The V3 from Blackhawk is a lightweight and speedy skateboard with dual motors, 2 carrying handles, and enough power to conquer some steep terrain. Now, I've only reviewed one other brand in this price range of skateboards from $500 to $1,000, so I don't have a lot to compare the V3 to, which costs $599. Now that being said, let's kick the review off and see what this thing can do.
Now the V3 has two 1500 watt motors, which are by far the biggest motor in this price range. And that is powered with a 36 volt 6.4 amp hour LG battery, which is the smallest in this class and takes 3 hours to recharge. I'm out here at my favorite spot to do a speed test to see how that power translates to speed. The highest speed mode they say can get you up to 22 miles per hour. I'm going to show you how fast the board can go on all 4 speed modes, starting off with number 1.
For the first speed mode, I got 5 miles per hour. Second, 12. Third, 21. And the fourth mode, 22 miles per hour, which is right on target with the rating. Now that does place the V3 slower than its competition by a couple miles per hour.
The V3 is the lightest skateboard in this range at 14 pounds. And it also has the lightest weight capacity at 220 pounds. Now I'm 185 and want to see how long it takes to get up to the top speed. I've got the same stretch of road that I did for the speed test, so let's see how long it takes.
The acceleration is smooth yet fast and gets going after about 15 or so feet. And even when hitting the throttle all the way, I didn't feel like the board was going to take off without me. It was a good mix of power and stability. Now 0 to 20 miles per hour is pretty fast, taking just over 13 seconds. After that, the board seems to top out and takes an additional 8 seconds to climb 2 more miles per hour to reach 22.
The V3 has a range rating of 12 miles, kind of a short and sweet skateboard. I'm out here to test that out. I have a full battery, my tracking app open. Let's see how far I can go.
For this test, there was a good mix of freshly paved roads, sidewalks, and rougher trails. I also stopped a couple dozen times and averaged around 20 miles per hour.
Well, this is the second board from Blackhawk I reviewed, and their grip tape is identical on all of their boards, so it's very easy to tell that this is a Blackhawk board, and I think it looks pretty cool. It has that diamond pattern on it.
The V3's deck is 30 inches long and 9 inches wide, placing it in the middle size-wise of a traditional skateboard and longboard.
So it's short enough to where you have good control, you can maneuver it pretty easy, but long enough to where it offers stability, and it's a pretty flat board as well. At the very back, it does come up about maybe a half an inch. It's kind of hard to see, but it does have 2 handles on it, and it is lightweight, so it's very easy to pick up and carry and take with you, which I do like.
The V3 weighs 14 pounds, making it the lightest board in this price range.
As far as comfort, you do have some pretty thick urethane wheels, and they seem to handle this rougher road I'm on right now okay. You definitely want to be choosy on the type of terrain you take this on. I have taken on some rougher road and on the sidewalks, and it does vibrate my feet pretty good. Some of the boards I've tested do have like a thicker grip tape that actually have some like pads and things built into it to make it more comfortable that takes away those smaller vibrations. This one doesn't. It's pretty much grip tape right on top of the bamboo deck. And that deck is pretty stiff. I'm kind of bouncing around on a little bit, and it doesn't give very much at all. I've definitely felt more uncomfortable boards than this. This is kind of right in the average range as far as comfort goes. It's a very solid feeling board. There's no rattling or anything, even when going on this chip seal road. There's been a couple sections of some very smooth roads, some newer roads in the area, and this just is super smooth and glides. It's a very quiet skateboard.
After about halfway through the last battery bar, I felt the power take a significant dive, so I ended the test. My app recorded 10.31 miles with 376 feet of elevation gain. Now that's actually pretty close to the rating of 12 miles. This really isn't a long-range type of a board, something you pick up real quick to head to the park or cruise around the neighborhood, so I'm pretty happy with what I got.
The V3 has a hill rating up to 20% grade. The hill right here is about half that. It's around 8 to 9%. It's just the steepest hill I could find in this area. I do have a full battery, and I'm gonna be on the highest speed mode for this test too. "17 miles an hour up that thing. That's the fastest I've ever made it up that hill on any vehicle. That's got some great power. But there's no info on the brakes, but both wheels do brake, and it is very smooth and pretty powerful. Like, they weren't overbearing to where I felt like I was gonna go flying off the board. So I do like the brakes.
The V3's remote is like many other remotes I've seen and feels like a cheaper plastic, but fit my hand well. The remote powers on after the button is held for a couple of seconds, and then to turn on the skateboard, just kick it about 10 feet. Or there is a power button on the side. The V3 can go forward or reverse by tapping the reverse button. There's 4 battery level lights for the board and 1 for the remote. That does take a couple hours for a recharge through the 4 on the bottom. The V3 comes with a 1-year warranty and shouldn't be ridden in wet conditions. Overall, here's what you can expect for the V3 if you're around my weight of 185 pounds. A top speed of 22 miles per hour. A fast acceleration up to 20 miles per hour, taking just over 13 seconds. Range is good at 10.30 miles. It's got plenty of power for hills, the best in class. And brakes are also nice, they're powerful and smooth. Now, I thought the V3 held up well for my test. Only thing I wish they would have done was add a thin layer of padding under the grip tape. That would have really helped with the overall comfort of the board. If you do want to pick this up, I've got the link in the description, along with the link over to my website if you want to check out more of my reviews. Before you go, hit that like button, and please subscribe for the latest in electric bike, board, and scooter reviews. Thanks for watching, and take care.